You ever have one of those days where doing your job, just doing what you've trained your whole life to do, turns into a fight you never asked for? Yeah, that was me, 3 months ago. My name's Tyler Hartman. I'm a fire captain in Ridgway, Arizona, a dusty, tight-knit little town where most folks still wave from their porches and everyone knows the name of your dog. I've been with the department 17 years. I've pulled people from burning homes, flipped cars, flooded basements, you name it. I've seen some chaos, but nothing prepared me for the chaos wearing a white pantsuit and a laminated HOA badge. It all started on a Saturday morning. I just wrapped up a brutal 36-hour shift, 2 house fires, 1 rollover crash, and a cat rescue that somehow involved 3 chickens and a broken treadmill. All I wanted was a hot shower, maybe 2 hours of shut-eye, and enough peace to forget the sound of sirens for a minute. But right as I turned into my driveway, my personal radio buzzed. Not the dispatch line. This was a direct call from Mason, one of my junior officers who lived 3 blocks over. His voice was tight, clipped with panic. Garage collapse on Wren Avenue. 8-year-old boy trapped. Ladder trucks delayed. Need breaching gear now. I didn't think. I didn't even hesitate. I flipped that SUV around so fast I swear I burned rubber through my own mailbox. My command vehicle, an unmarked Ford Explorer, was equipped with a compact breaching ram designed for confined spaces. The kind of thing you need when a structure's unstable and every second matters. I took the shortcut through the back end of the Ridgeway Pines neighborhood, hoping to cut off 2 minutes of traffic. Problem was, the alley was closed for repaving. Only clear entry was through the HOA's clubhouse lot. It was mostly empty, and I figured, okay, emergency, equipment on board. Magnetic, fire captain placard on the dash, lights on. I'll park just long enough to grab the gear and move. What I didn't account for was Linda Coulter. Now, Linda's the self-appointed queen of Ridgeway Pines HOA. Wears pastel power suits like she's running for office, carries a clipboard like it's Excalibur, and enforces bylaws like they're commandments chiseled in stone. Folks around here call her the citation whisperer. Not to her face, obviously. So I park near the clubhouse gate. Not blocking any driveway, not on grass, not even over a line. I hop out, dash inside the clubhouse to grab the digital key code we store in emergencies, and I'm gone maybe 3 minutes, 4 tops. I come back out, and there she is. Linda, arms crossed, sunglasses on, staring at my SUV like it's a personal insult to her ancestors. This isn't a designated emergency parking zone, she says. Like she's rehearsed it in front of a mirror. I've already called the tow. I blinked, genuinely thinking she was kidding. Ma'am, I said, doing my best to stay civil. I'm a fire captain. There's a child trapped 2 blocks over. That SUV has the only breaching ram small enough to reach him. I'm on active duty. She just tilted her head and smiled the way a cat does before it swipes. Well, maybe next time park legally. HOA bylaws are clear. No unauthorized vehicles. Especially not ones without department tags. Now, I should have walked away. I should have ignored her and sprinted to the scene. But I couldn't, not without that equipment. I pleaded, explained, even showed her the magnetic placard on the dash. But she wasn't listening. She was basking. And that's when the tow truck pulled in. The driver, local kid named Jace, looked up, saw me, and just mouthed sorry through the windshield. Do it, Linda snapped, tapping the clipboard against her thigh. Rules are rules. I radioed Mason as they hooked the SUV. We've lost the ram. Going in without it. His reply wasn't words. It was a string of curses and one hard, understood. I ran, full sprint back to Wren Avenue. By the time I got there, Mason and 2 others were using hand tools, crowbars, axes, whatever they had, to dig the kid out. His name was Ethan, 8 years old. His leg was pinned under a beam, lungs choking on dust. We got him out, barely. He lived. Oxygen mask, neck brace. Rushed to the ER. But it was too damn close. And meanwhile, my command vehicle, equipment and all, was sitting in the tow yard behind a locked gate. And the kicker? They wouldn't release it until the initiating authority, aka Linda, approved the paperwork. And apparently, being the fire captain wasn't enough authorization. I stared at that gate like it was mocking me. I didn't sleep that night. Not a wink. Next morning, my phone exploded. Turns out Mason mentioned the incident to a local reporter at the hospital. The mic was still hot. A tweet went up. Then a photo. Linda, smug as ever, standing next to the tow truck as my SUV was lifted into the air. The internet did what it does best. It blew up. Hashtags. Memes. One had Linda photoshopped into a burning building holding a citation pad. Another dubbed her the Red Tape Reaper. But the one that hit me hardest was the video of Ethan's mom outside the hospital, holding her son's backpack, crying. They said they couldn't get to him faster because the rescue gear was towed. She said, "Who does that?" I knew who. And it wasn't over. See, I didn't want revenge. I'm not wired that way. But I did want accountability. So I wrote a full incident report, every timestamp, every name, every word Linda said, and handed it to the city attorney's office. Turns out, I wasn't the first one she'd tangled with. Sanitation, building inspectors, even animal control. She'd made a hobby out of harassing public workers. So now, they had a case. I got a call from Detective Ryan Mendoza, Municipal Code Enforcement Unit. Sharp as a tack. Zero tolerance for nonsense. She reviewed Linda's little performance on camera, shook her head, and said, "Let's make this official." Meanwhile, Channel 9 News asked for an interview. I wasn't big on attention, but I agreed. Just once. We stood on the exact spot where my SUV had been towed. I told the story. All of it. No dramatics. Just facts. The clip went viral. And suddenly, neighbors who'd been silent started speaking up. One dad said Linda fined him $200 for leaving a garden hose visible. Another said she threatened to shut down his daughter's lemonade stand for lacking a vendor permit. But the turning point came when Mr. Doyle, retired Army, former HOA treasurer, stepped forward. He handed over documents, emails, even an audio file where Linda said, "Emergency workers aren't exempt from the rules just because they wear boots." That file hit the local stations within an hour. From there, avalanche. Petitions started. HOA members resigned. Parents formed a coalition. Protest signs appeared outside the clubhouse. Firefighters over fines. Safety first, clipboards last. Even the city council took notice. Councilwoman Teresa Ibarra, former EMT, called me personally. Told me they were drafting a new bill, Emergency Response Protection Ordinance. Required HOAs to undergo public safety training, banned towing during active emergencies without coordination, and, my favorite part, made it a misdemeanor to interfere with on-duty personnel. She asked me to speak at the hearing. I showed up in uniform, told the truth, told them about Ethan, about the seconds we lost, about the shrug Linda gave me as the SUV was lifted. "We don't get to pause a house collapse," I said, "and no one should have the power to delay a rescue for the sake of parking rules." The room went quiet. Then they stood up. Not clapping, just standing. It meant more than any applause ever could. Linda didn't show up, but her name was everywhere. The HOA was dissolved 2 weeks later, under review for misconduct. Turns out, she was misusing funds, too. Her koi pond application wasn't exactly budgeted properly. And Linda? Quietly packed up, moved out before sunrise. House went up for sale with foreclosure tags still flapping in the breeze. But here's the part that really hit me. 2 months later, I was restocking gear in the back of my SUV when I felt a tap on my elbow. It was Ethan, standing there in a little brace, holding something behind his back. His mom gave me this soft, teary smile. And Ethan handed me a drawing. It was a red SUV, a stick figure in a helmet, and a treehouse with a smiley face in the window. Above it, in blue crayon, he wrote, "My hero has a truck." I didn't know what to say. Just nodded, choked back whatever was rising in my throat, and said, "Anytime, buddy. Passenger seat's yours when you're older." We had our next open house the following week. Biggest turnout in years. People brought cookies. A local bakery donated coffee. The mayor came and made a terrible joke about not messing with red SUVs anymore. But folks laughed anyway. And across the street, Linda's old house, was a sold sign. A young couple moved in. No clipboards. Just smiles. A kid with a basketball. A dog named Daisy. And for the first time in a long time, Ridgeway Pines felt like a neighborhood again. We painted a mural on the clubhouse wall. Fire engine, a hand reaching up, and the words, "Community means showing up, not shutting down." And that's what this was always about. Not fines. Not bylaws. Not HOA power games. It was about one moment, one rescue, that almost didn't happen. And about what we do, as a community, when someone decides that rules matter more than people. Now let me ask you something. If someone tried to stop a rescue in your neighborhood, would you stay silent? Would you follow the rules? Or would you stand up? Tell me what you would have done. Drop a comment below. Let's talk about it. And if you've ever faced HOA madness yourself, I want to hear it. Trust me, you're not alone. This is Tyler Hartman, signing off. And yeah, my hero still has a truck.